Thank you. See you then. Now, Spain may take its row with Britain over Gibraltar all the way to the UN, and it's hoping to enlist the support of Argentina along the way. That's the suggestion being made in the Spanish newspaper El País. Well, let's get the view from Gibraltar itself. I'm joined by local journalist Jonathan Sacramento, who's on Skype. Jonathan, good evening. How's this being seen there, the big boys ganging up on the little guys?
Well, it's nothing new. Spain and Argentina have a lot of things in common. They have a common interest in the Falklands and Gibraltar issue. They have a common ancestry, a common language, and of course a common issue in the sense that they need to divert attention away from their domestic financial situations. And so they beat the foreign policy drum. So it's no surprise to anyone in Gibraltar that Spain and Argentina are, the birds of a feather that flock together and are going to be talking about presenting the Gibraltar issue before the UN.
Has it been to the UN before?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the Gibraltar issue has been going before the UN twice a year for decades now. In fact, the UN is in its third decade for decolonization. It has two committees for it. It's got the Committee of 24 and the fourth committee. And Gibraltar's elected representatives go there every year to ask the UN to delist Gibraltar from its list of colonies according to the principle of self-determination. That basically means that the Gibraltarians have the right to decide their own future. Spain doesn't believe this. They don't believe in that principle. They believe that Gibraltar should be decolonized according to the principle of territorial integrity, which basically means because Gibraltar's next to us, because Gibraltar used to belong to us 300 years ago, it should be ours now, and the wishes of the people who live there don't matter. Now, the important thing here is that the foreign minister is now banging on about this issue of bringing it before the International Court of Justice. Well, the Gibraltarian politicians have been challenging Spain to bring it before the International Courts of Justice for years now, and Spain doesn't appear to want to do that. So it doesn't say a lot for their belief in their concept of territorial integrity.
What about the people, Jonathan? Do you think there's a certain sort of kinship between people on Argentina, people on the Falklands, people in Gibraltar? Being part of Britain is important to them, being part of that territory, feel a kinship?
Yes, absolutely. There's there are a lot of common issues. In fact, a few years ago, in 2002, Gibraltarians voted overwhelmingly in favor of against the principle of joint sovereignty negotiations between Britain and Spain. The vote against that was something like 98%. Falkland Islanders this year had their own referendum in which they overwhelmingly voted in favor of keeping their links to the British Crown, and the UK itself believes that Gibraltar shouldn't even be before the United Nations decolonizing list, because it doesn't believe that Gibraltar's relationship with the UK is one based on colonialism. It believes that it's a modern constitutional relationship based on the new constitution which was signed in 2006.
Very interesting. Jonathan, thank you for your time.